Those who create history are destined to relive it. The history of a nation is not written overnight. Blood, sweat and tears serve as the ink with which each sheaf, each chapter is painstakingly penned down by mortals. And this is precisely what earns them a place in history itself. 100 years ago, 4 such men carved their own destiny and contributed in a great measure to the history of this nation. How they did so is the stuff legends are made of. Today, we tell you their story and the story of a bequeath they left behind that the world knows as the Alembic Group. Time for a little flashback as we go back 100 years in history. It was a time when tyranny reigned havoc, restricted free enterprise, and restrained the power of reason. In such turbulent times, 4 great minds came together to realize their dream. Giants in their respective realms, they wanted to build a company that would use native talent and ingenuity to produce healing products at affordable prices. The first among them was Maharaja Sayaji Rao Gaikwad of Baroda state, an enlightened and widely travelled man who played the role of benevolent patron and active supporter. The second was Professor Tribhuvan Das K. Gajjar, a learned teacher, widely acknowledged as one of the most brilliant scientists and teachers of the day. The third was Professor Anant Sridhar Koti Bhaskar, another brilliant scientist and technocrat, so hard-working that he worked himself to an early death. The fourth and the most critical link in this association was Rajmitra Bhai Lal Bhai Daji Bhai Amin, the real architect of Alembic. 1907 saw the culmination of their efforts when they established a company that has just completed 100 years and set a record as the oldest pharmaceutical company in the country. But the saga of Alembic can never be captured in totality without accounting for the tireless efforts of Rajmitra Shri B.D. Amin. He was the man who single-handedly navigated the company through a stormy birth and troubled formative years with grit and determination. Rajmitra's focus was clear: to develop the indigenous pharmaceuticals industry through the use of spirit and to provide means for promoting scientific research and training Indian talent in the process. His respect for technology saw Alembic invest substantially in a continuous fractional distillation column, the first of its kind in India. His empathy and attention to the waste management issues made Alembic one of the pioneers in taking green steps to combat the problem. He set up a dry ice plant that converted waste gases into profitable product that could be sold. Today, closed-loop processes such as these are the buzzword in green technology. He can be singularly credited for contributing to the socio-economic landscape of Gujarat and changing it irrevocably. His Royal Highness, late Maharaja Sayaji Rao Gaikwad, was moved enough to put it on record. And we quote him: "By perseverance, industry, and organizing capacity, you have brought remarkable success to the works. As a keen man of business, you have made your name throughout the land." The second definitive stage in Alembic's history came along in the early 1930s. It was when Alembic found a worthy successor to Raj Mitra in the form of his son, the illustrious Shri R.B. Amin. The company truly found its spurs and fructified its potential under this Germany-trained engineer who saw technology and diversification as the therapy to tackle the competition of modern times. Shri R.B. Amin was a man of bold ideas. He innately knew exactly what his company could do to make a difference in people's lives by providing them with world-class products at affordable prices. It was also the marvel of this vision that saw the creation of modern, diverse entities like Jyoti Engineering, Alembic Glass Industries, commonly identified as Yera Glassware, and Poshak Limited. Alembic Glass, the first automated glass bottle manufacturing company in India. Jyoti Engineering, which was spun off, later pioneered the manufacture of pumps, hydraulic and electrical machinery. Shreno, an engineering unit was set up to service the glass machines that was dedicated to the design, development and manufacture of machines and processing equipment for specific requirements of the Alembic Group. Initially, Alembic made a name as an indigenous manufacturer of tinctures using local technology as none was accessible from the West. Subsequently, the company made a systemic switch to pharmaceuticals when it imported an advanced distillery from France to start manufacturing cough syrups, vitamins, tonics and sulfur drugs. The 50s were trying times. In the course of their growth, the Alembic Group companies were often faced with situations where critical process technologies, equipment and machines were either not available or prohibitively expensive. But in 1961, Alembic became the first Indian company in the private sector to commence the production of penicillin, and that too with indigenous technology. The penicillin production today, set up at Vadodara, was the largest in Asia, with fermenters engineered indigenously by Shreno. The 70s was a watershed decade for the company. Complex antibiotic production via fermentation was another breakthrough that gave Alembic a great hold in the market. 1972 saw the establishment of Poshak. This plant was designed to cater to the agrarian economy and supply farmers with much needed fertilizers and pesticides. In 1974, Neomer Limited was set up. The firm was the first Indian manufacturer of polypropylene staple fiber.
There is a huge opportunity in a global scenario. We are part of Vadodara society for more than 100 years. That's a long time. And we have had people working with us over decades. We cherish their long association with us and we feel gratitude towards them.
Today, Alembic has come a long way and is well placed to reap the harvest of its glorious past. Alembic is a vertically integrated pharmaceutical company that develops, manufactures and markets pharmaceutical products and services. The company has world-class US FDA-approved active pharmaceutical ingredients plants, formulation manufacturing facilities, a fully equipped R&D center with over 250 scientists, and a state-of-the-art 40-bed bio-study center. Under the able leadership of its current charismatic torchbearers, the company has ambitious growth plans. Alembic's fortunes have changed dramatically over the last 100 years. But the core values that guide the company remain not just intact, but have grown stronger with time. Just like Confucius, the founding fathers believed that he who wished to secure good of other has already secured his own. Alembic is not just a place to work. It is a microcosm of employees' lives, their lifestyles, their social interactions, and their aspirations. In the last 100 years, extensive programs run in the areas of healthcare, environment, and education stand testimony to Alembic's social responsibility. In 1964, the company established the Bhai Lal Amin General Hospital under the aegis of the Bhai Lal Amin Trust. What began as a one-room dispensary and has since grown to a 165-bed multi-speciality hospital with 4 ICUs, secondary and tertiary care with 150 doctors. The high level of services and procedures available here remain unparalleled anywhere in the state. The trust and hospital still work on a non-profit basis. Alembic's Rural Development Center has brought in a better quality of life for more than 50 villages in the vicinity of Vadodara. The Learn to Earn initiative aims to make rural youth self-reliant. The company has always believed in the power of education as a force multiplier for social upliftment. Under the aegis of its Uday Education Trust, Alembic has been providing affordable education to masses through its 5 schools to more than 5,000 children. Think green is not just a motto, but inherently genomic at Alembic. In 1993, the company commissioned a biodegradation plant that could treat wastewater to the extent of making it suitable for irrigation and aquaculture. A model farm and fish pond serves to demonstrate the effectiveness of this treatment methodology. This is Alembic, a tasteful tapestry of industry, entrepreneurship, individual brilliance, and collective efforts. Alembic is all about 100 years of care, 100 years of hope, 100 years of trust, 100 reasons to cheer the century gone by, and a lifetime of passion and dedication to the cause of healthcare. Alembic Pharmaceuticals, touching lives over 100 years.